to you, but it's not just me. It's my father in the home, it's my nephew in college, it's my sister. My family depends on me. And when Isabel Ruiz gives that statement at my bar hearing tomorrow, everything that I worked for will go down the drain. So congratulations to you, Jamie. Looks like you've got everything that you want.
Samore love bugs, you have now tuned into my Power Stars recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel, okay, if you have not yet done so. Also be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos, and give it that good old thumbs up if you love Power, okay? If Power is like one of your favorite shows right now and you can't wait for season 3, número 3, okay? Oh my goodness, this was freaking amazing, epic. It was just, I felt like it was just so much packed into this episode. And I didn't even know until last week when one of my good friends told me that Power is on Starz. Like, you can get it on demand before it even comes out. So since I'm going out this evening, I was like, you know what? So I don't have to wait until Sunday to put it up. Probably late because, you know, you get turned up and everything. It was like, okay, let me put it out now. So let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to try to dissect this the best way possible. Guys, be sure to comment down below. Let me know your favorite parts, what you thought about it, and everything else, okay? Alright, so we had the Obiyah man. He was there. And the Obiyah man is pretty much the man that's doing voodoo. He was there doing his little thing. And then all of a sudden, he gets shot in his head. Right there. Military style in the back of his head. And he just goes down. And the person who shot him leaves a card. You know, like, yeah, it was me. I did it. You know, but it was like some... I forgot what the name of the card was. But it was like some special card that they put down. Like, that's their signature thing now. So, and they use a silencer, so it wasn't very loud or anything like that. So that right there, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm so surprised that out of all people, the Obiyah man didn't see that coming, because you know they could see a lot of different, well, it depends on what kind of Obiyah person you are, what kind of witch person, whatever you are, but I guess he didn't see that one coming. They got him right from behind. So Andrea, she's looking at an old photo of her and Jamie when they were little and, you know, had their fling going on in high school. But she starts packing up everything. She's like, you know what, it's a wrap. I'm putting his shoes. She put the diamond necklace. I probably would have kept that. She put the diamond necklace that he gave back in there, clothes that he gave her, like everything was in a nice little shopping bag. Like, you know what, I'm done with him. I'm washing my hands of him, cleaning out my dirty laundry. What else she does is she changed the name on her phone from Jamie to Ghost to Do Not Answer. And you know, I've had those situations before. You know, you're heartbroken, you wanna forget the person completely, and you know, you have those drunken nights where you're like, damn, why am I calling you? Or, you know, so that's kind of another reason why you don't want to, but it's regardless, they have your number, so they're going to text you. He was texting her like, I love you. He's calling her, leaving voicemails. She's not answering. She's determined, do not answer. So that's why she set that little message out there. You know what, every time I look at my phone, I'm going to see do not answer, and I won't answer, even though I'm tempted. And I really want to know what he has to say, but I'm not going to answer anyway. So she does that, and she just packs up everything, and she's ready to go and see her boss, Mike, and just dime this dude out, tell him everything that went on with Jamie. Mr. Proctor, he goes, and he's the lawyer, he goes to see Jamie, get his money, and he tells him that perhaps you should put me on retainer. And I think that's a valid point, because right now we all know that Angela is vexed with him. She's madder than ever before because she could have lost everything because of him, and she might still lose everything because of him. So he's like, you know, your girlfriend, when we did this, everything went down. Like, she looks so pissed off, and she's probably out her way out the door right now. She's probably gonna take you with her. She's gonna find a way to take you down, so I would suggest it. But he was like, you know what? I doubt she'll do that. I'll give you a call if I need you. Bam. Following that, she goes, we'll go back to Angela now. She goes to see Mike, and what she does is I guess she tells him everything. But we're gonna come back to that as well. So Tommy, he was eating like he ain't eaten days. He was eating like food was going out of style. Tommy was grabbing up all the food. Every time she turned around, she putting out the food for the kids. Tommy is taking the food to eat it himself. So she tells him like, yo, you gotta slow down. Let me go get these kids before whatever happens. So she sends him off to go get the kids from the room. But before she does that, he does mention that he feels like Ghost is back to his old self again. He was like, yo, the way that he dogged out D'Angela in order to save me, he's back. We about to be back to the way we used to be, a big family. You know, and she kind of thinks about it, but then I think in the back of her head, she was also thinking about Shawn. So when she sends Tommy to the back to go get the kids, she starts calling up Shawn, and she's like, yo, what's going on? The kids are about to go to school soon. I really want to get this moving. Come on, let's go. If you're not going to be able to make it, just let me know. But of course, no response, because we already know what happened. So it did make Tasha feel like, okay, perhaps everything is going to be going well. So later on, she goes and she sees Ghost, and she just kind of tells him like, oh, I heard what you did with Angela and everything. And she was like, is it over between you and Angela? And he's like, I don't know. Is it over between you and Shawn? Yo, the girl looked like she seen a freaking dopey. Let me tell you. She looked like she saw a ghost, or she saw somebody that freaking was like about to like kill off her whole entire family. She was just shocked out of her backside. Like, she looked so freaking nervous and shocked. And it was just like crazy. So she says to him, what did you do to him? And he was like, I didn't do anything to him. I sent him away. And then she goes and she ends up saying that, you know what, in the end of this, you know, the only thing that comes out of this is that both of us are alone. Nothing else. There's no winner in the situation. Shawn's mother, he calls up Kanan to find out what's up, because I guess now it's like a little more evident that she's his mom. He's like, she says that he didn't come home last night. So Kanan's like, well, you know, he probably with Ghost or something. I don't know. He said he was going to see Ghost. So, you know, it's kind of, he's trying to set everything up to now make it look like he wasn't the one who killed off his son. It was actually Ghost. But we all know that that's not what happened. And his right-hand man also knows that that's not what happened either. Craziness, y'all. Craziness. So the young dude that's in his crew is like, yo, what is going to happen when his mom finds out that you're the one who killed him? Yo, he grabbed up the kid, went straight for his neck. Like, yo, she's not going to find out what happened. That's it. And you better make sure you did exactly what I told you to do. Because he told him to make sure he cleans up the mess. Makes it look like, I guess, nothing happened or whatever, you know? So when Tommy and Ghost, they finally meet up, they kind of just catch up on things, and he does eventually tell him that Kanan is out to get him. And they come up with this plan that they're going to kind of set up Kanan. So when Tommy ends up going to see Kanan, you know, he was on defense. He had like all these hitters like pointing guns at him, and Tommy's like, yo, like, we good, like, but I'm not feeling what happened with Ghost. He set me up. And then Kanan's starting to feel like he's a little more comfortable with him, like, okay, he set you up, all right, he set me up too. And he tells him like, yo, he set me up, and it was Tasha, the one that was the person on the phone. And, you know, it's funny because when he had the conversation with Ghost, he never told Tommy all of these things. So, you know, Tommy is looking a little shocked. Like, he's going thinking one thing, but he's learning a lot more information. He also learns that Ghost didn't really kill the hitter chick in Miami. It was somebody else that did it. It's crazy because, like, so much is going on, and it's turning people against each other. Greg Knox, he goes to speak to Mike. He was calling to the office after Angela spoke to him. And then another Fed came in, and he was actually sent by the old boss, the female, I forgot her name right now. But yeah, he was sent by her to kind of like be a witness and listen in, and also like cross-examine if necessary. So now everything that he was saying, it kind of seems like, okay, but how would you know these things? Were you stalking Angela? Were you upset? that she wasn't with you anymore, so now you were going around following her. So it was crazy because all of a sudden, bam, it was like, okay, so Greg Knox, she actually filed a sexual complaint against you, and you're going to be suspended. You have to hand in your badge as well as your gun. And it was just like, he looked like he was like shocked. Like, I can't believe she put this dude over me. Like, this street dude, she put over me. Like, she done crossed the wrong one. Alright, I got you, boo. I got you. And it's crazy because, like, I didn't think the edge, I really thought that she might have been so scorned. You know how women scorned can be. You know how jealous women can be. Y'all know how women that are just upset about whatever can be. They can be very vindictive. So I really thought she might have just gave him up. But remember, it goes back to where she was saying when they were examining Holly, where she was like, when you love somebody so much, you're not going to give them up. And that's exactly what happened here. So now it looks like Stern was the person who set up the robbery, because when he was talking to Jamie, Jamie was kind of like showing him excuse me, showing him the tape of what went down of the robbery. And well, Stern's he's like, well, I guess we can't prove your 20% anymore. Sucks to be you. I guess I'll still have control of your club. But don't worry, it's okay, because you can work for me. We'll be side by side. What's the problem? You know, it's just like, I'm like, oh, this dude gets under my skin. It's like, you know, he just wants to, he doesn't want to see anybody else do well except for him, is what it is. So the Serbian dude, he gets shot the same way that the Obiyah man got shot, right in the head. So I'm like, and he got the little card on him too. So I'm like, oh, it's probably somebody that's out to get them, to get people that were associated with the whole drug cartel business. Now Lobos, he's being interrogated by the white guy, but I just forget these people's names, so it's not the same like reality shows. But anyways, he was being interrogated by him, but then Mike, but he was trying to pretend like, oh, I don't know, no inglés, no hablo inglés. You know, he was trying to, like, or how they, no parle inglés, you know, in Haitian. Or like the Spanish people would say, oh, no hablo inglés, no comprendo, or whatever. So Mike was like, oh, really, I got one for you. He started speaking to him in his language. So it's like, you can't hide now. What you gonna say, you know. So he tells him, you're pretty much like full of crap. And, you know, if you want to play this game, let's go ahead and talk in Spanish. Stern is now having a meeting with his wife. They're getting a divorce, and they're kind of just settling everything. So they both have their lawyers by their side, and, well, his soon-to-be ex-wife, her and Ghost, they played the game right. So it was actually not Stern who came up with this whole plan to rob the place. It just kind of benefited for him because the numbers weren't there, and it wasn't able to show that Ghost had fulfilled his 20% that he was supposed to get in order to get his club back. So now his wife, she said that she could take him down for embezzlement, but I guess what she ended up doing is buying 3 of the clubs back from him, and then signing them over. Well, Jamie had to buy them back, so kind of like signing them over to Jamie. So Jamie now owns, what, I think like 3 different clubs now. So his dreams are like right here. He can literally walk away from this and just focus on that, and that's all he ever wanted to do. So it's like everything is coming into place for him, which is awesome. Checkmate, got him. So now Holly shows up. Yeah, Holly, she's back. She got the freaking dog. And she comes, she tells Tommy that she didn't want to leave him. He was pissed at first. He was like, yo, you better get yourself out of here before I beat you down to the ground. She's like, I didn't want to leave. She says she loves him. And she was like, ask Jamie. He's the one who sent me away. Ask him who's Monica, whatever the girl's last name was. Ask him. And she tosses him the bag that she has with money in it and the ID card. And it's pretty much all coming together for Tommy now. Like, wow, I can't believe he would send away the person that I cared about the most. Oh Lordy, everything was going up in flames, I tell you. So now he really sees that his boy is not really, is like, not really, may not have his best interests at heart at all times. So it's like, if you lied about this, what else is it that you're lying about? And they both was talking to each other, had a conversation like, yo, what else is there that you omitted, you left out? And they both was like, nothing. So while Lobos is in jail, he is playing like an imaginary symphony. He's doing one of these. You know? Let's cue the symphony music, guys. Too bad I don't have a crew that can do it. But if I did, it would have played right now. So he cues the symphony music and he's about to go eat his food. It looks kind of good, right? And when he did, all of a sudden the people that juke him, they start bang, 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 knifing him up, like stabbed him up. And he just fell to the floor. And I'm like, oh, snap, let me fall. They got him. He's dying now. And it looked like it was like an inside job because it was some guy that had got a phone that was in jail. That the guards passed the phone. It's like so much connections inside a prison. Even though you're in, it's like certain people have so much pull. And they have so many different connections that they can get to the people they still need to get to. So now it's time for Angela's case. And luckily for her, Isabel Ruiz did not show up. And the reason why is this. Shortly before that, Jamie had went to go see Mr. Ruiz, the father. And he told him like, yo, we got to get out of here. Everybody's getting killed off. What we need to do, take our families and just get out of town. Just get as far away as possible so that they can't find us and take us away. And I don't know if he knew his daughter was supposed to go on a stand or not, or if he was even going to allow it. But he clearly followed what Jamie had told him. So yeah, he was pretty much, okay, I'm out. So he took his family, they went to California, and they booked it from there. The feds couldn't even find him after that. So yeah, that was like the best thing to do because he told them that, you know, Lobos people all saw, we're the only people that saw Lobos. So he would definitely be trying to come and get us. Later on, we have Ghost. He's in this room. Well, it was Kanan comes in this room. And Ghost has him cornered, gun in face and everything. And Kanan's like, yo, you gonna shoot me like this? You gonna shoot me unarmed like a punk? He goes and checks him. The guy got a gun, a pistol right in his back. I'm like, dude, yo, you cannot trust Kanan for nothing. Like, I'm so over Kanan. Like, he needs to perish. I'm so over him. He made me so mad. Like, I could have stood him. I could have been like, all right, you know, you trying to kill Jamie. You trying to go Ghost. Okay, you know, I don't like you too much, but I can still like you. I can still F with you just a little bit. But killing off your son, your own flesh and blood, it's a wrap for that. And that's the same thing that he told him. He was like, yo, you killed your, he was like, yo, you killed your, he was like, yo, how could you kill your son? He was like, yo, he wasn't my son anymore. He was your son. And then they start fighting in there. And the reason how Ghost even knew about the whole son situation was that the dude that works for Kanan, you know, that his right-hand man had told him. But it's all like a setup because even though he told Ghost, he told him because Kanan told him to, in order to infiltrate that side and kind of get the trust. It's crazy because the people closest to Kanan and Jamie, they're both like trying to infiltrate the other sides by pretending that they can be trusted. What? Right? It's so much mind-boggling F's going on. And it's crazy. Okay, so back to where we were. So they're fighting and everything, and he puts a bag over Jamie's head, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's about to be a wrap. It's about to be done. OMG, they about to give Jamie the KO. But luckily, he grabs a shard of glass and that had broke, and he just kind of gets him right in his side. He starts bleeding out and just lays on the floor. And Jamie was like, you know what, I'm gonna finish this. He takes his little gasoline, just starts throwing it all over the place and lights the match, like bang. What now? What now? Thug style. So once he does that, It looks like Tommy was supposed to meet Ghost at that place, and they were supposed to do, like, I guess a double team, but it didn't work like that because Tommy was mad. He was in his feelings, and he didn't really care what happened to Ghost at that point. He was like, yo, what happened to you? You were supposed to be there. I could have got killed. He was like, oh, I was with her, Monica. So now everything's revealed. He's like, yo, she's trouble. She's no good. And Tommy, he doesn't want to hear it because at the end of the day, he was in love with her. He's still in love with her. He can't get over her regardless of anything. So Tommy, he's like, you know what? Just pass over the torch. They pull guns out on each other. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. First, Tommy was the one who pulled the gun out. And then Jamie did. And Tommy's just like, yo, pass over the torch. I'll take over everything. And because this is all that I have. And this is what I said to my friends too. I was like, yo, in this show, like, the reason why Tommy does not want Jamie to give up the situation, he wanted him to continue on. And even with Tasha, this is all they know. This is all they known since they were, what, in high school? Or a little after high school? This is all the lifestyle that they live. So they think that they can't do any better than this. They don't see anywhere outside the box. And that happens so much in the hood. You know, people don't see anywhere besides the hood. What they see in the streets, what they see in the corners. And that's all they think they could be. They don't think they could be anything better than that. So when they're talking, Tommy is just like, yo, no matter how many suits you wear, no matter how much they cost, you still gonna be the same dude from the block, from the ghetto, who had a drunk for a daddy and no mother. And I'm like, wow, you going hard. That's when he really, like, pull out the gun because, you know, that really hurt him because I think he's trying to do better. He's trying to move away from this life of crime, and he sees something better. He knows that there's more out there. But Tommy, he doesn't see that. So all of a sudden with Tom, they both got guns at each other. It's like a showdown right now. The other guy, I need to learn his name. The other guy, Kanan's boy, well, who's now supposed to be Ghost Boy, but I don't even know if we can trust him. He's pointing the gun at Tommy's head, and he's like, yo, put the gun down. And he's like, yo, you got somebody already? You got a little B already? Okay, I see how this is going. So Tommy walks away. He's good. He's like, you know what? Whatever. Alright. He's out. When that's done, Angela, she goes to see Ghost. And she's like, I don't understand why it is that you're still alive. You're the only one out of this whole situation. Because he looked jacked up. But she's like, you're the only one out of this whole situation that's still alive. How is that possible? She's like, and she starts running down the things that occur. And he was like, yeah, I heard. And she tells him about Isabel and everything else. She's like, yeah, I had a feeling you would already know that. So then he goes and he says, because she's like, I can't do this. I can't be with you. Like, I can't get away from you, but I can't be with Ghost. It goes against everything she stands for, you know? So he's like, you know what? Ghost is dead. He's gone. As of today, the only person standing here right in front of you is Jamie St. Patrick. No one else. She's like, you know what? I can't promise to forget it because he started to hit that spot, that little heart. She's like, you know what? I can't promise you that I'm going to forget everything, but I can try. And I will try. I'm like, got him. Once again. So Tasha, she's talking to Keisha. And they're just talking about the fact that Shawn never showed up. Like, what's up with him? You know, if anything, he could have just called and told me that he wasn't going to be able to make it. While they're talking, she gets a phone call to go to the precinct. She goes to the precinct. They show her the body. She has to identify it. And she just looks so hurt. Because, you know, he was like her backup plan in a sense. I don't think she really wants to do this on her own. And he was there. He was available. He's easy for her to kind of control. And she has a feeling that he's not going to walk out and cheat on her because he needs her more than she needs him type of thing. So I feel like that was another reason that kind of made her feel like, oh my gosh. And then she kind of feels like it's her fault because she feels like she knows who did it, even though he told her that he didn't do it. You can't really trust Ghost, because how many times has he lied? How many times has he said he wasn't with Angela when he actually was? So you can't really take his word for anything. I mean, he would probably have to have the Bible in front of him, put his right hand up and slit his wrist and let the blood drop down on the Bible in order for somebody to really and truly believe anything that he freaking says. And even with that, it's like, oh, you know, I don't know. You do anything for someone to believe you. So yeah, that's how that situation was going down. So now she knows that Shawn is dead. And Keisha knows as well, because she was there too. I didn't realize, I was like, why out of all people did they pick her? But then I'm kind of assuming maybe because she was one of the last few messages in his phone. Maybe that's why they might have picked her. Or maybe he had something that indicated that they were going to hang out or leave together or whatever. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, why didn't he just call like her mother? Why didn't they call her mother and tell her mother what was actually happening? That would have made, or for the mother to come and identify the body. Greg, he goes to see Angela and he looks freaking horrible. He looks as though he was on drugs. Like, he looked like he hasn't slept for days. Like, he's just like losing it or something. So yeah, he was like absolutely pissed off. He tells her that, you know what, he's making it his life goal in order to take her and Jamie down, because he knows that Ghost is Jamie and what she did was wrong. She's like, you only got suspended. It's not like you got fired. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, I got you. I was like, yo, I thought he was going to strangle her for a minute. Yo, he had the deranged look in his eyes. You cannot trust him. I mean, he was weird from the time he started like stalking her and stuff. I think it's like he's like abusing the badge, you know? He was using it because he was mad that she didn't want to be with him anymore. We said that last time. Okay, so following this, Tommy, he's back with Holly now, and guess who didn't die? Lobos. He did not die. This man is invincible. He get joke up, but he's still alive. He has somebody come. But no, before we even talk about that, there was another part that just kind of blew me away. Mike, who's Angela's boss, he came and he brought Lobos his phone. And he was like, oh, you never got your call. Here, he gave him the phone so he could make a phone call. And I'm like, wait. Do they know each other? Are they working together? Like, you know what, if you're having the people from the outside that's on the inside. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It just kind of like aggled my brain right quick. I'm like, what the heck? Like, why would he give him the phone? Why would he come? Y'all, if y'all know, let me know down below. So anyways, he gave him the phone. He calls up Tommy, tells Tommy, and you know, another... It's like that part just baffled me. You know, another thing too is that you know that he has the hots for Angela. So maybe he knows that he might call Tommy or try to get Tommy to kill Ghost, because Ghost is probably involved in this whole situation. Because Mike is not stupid, but he still has to follow up on any type of allegations that are brought, especially sexual harassment. So even though he might believe Greg, or he probably does, he can't like show it automatically straight off the top. But he's probably gonna watch. But I'm starting to think that he might be crooked too, is what I'm thinking from him giving him that phone. Oh man, it's got me, y'all. It's got me. And plus he knows that then he could probably call up Tommy, get Ghost eliminated, and then he could have Angela for himself. I don't know, like, what is so hot about Angela? Everybody wants her little Hispanic tamale self, right? Hot tamale. Go ahead, Angela. You got all the boys wanting you. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Okay, so, yeah, so he calls Tommy, who's hanging out with Angela. You know, they got their little dog. They got like a nice little family scene going on. He calls him, tells him that he wants him to work with him. And he wants him to do something, though. That's the only way he would allow him to work with him. He has to kill Jamie. And he's like, you know, I know it's going to be hard for you, so I'm going to make it easy. Either you kill Jamie, if either you kill Ghost, or I'm going to kill you, your lady, and your dog. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't throw in the mom too as a bonus. I mean, maybe he'll just do that as a bonus, you know, without even saying it. Just like, surprise, I got him. I got your mom. Because, oh my gosh. So now he's stuck in a predicament. And you know, him and Jamie ain't in the best of standings right now anyway. So that might be a little bit of a push. That might make it easier. But like, yo, it's a loyalty act. Because at the end of the day, he could have left him to rot in prison. But he got him out. You know, so I think that he should definitely at least remember that. They should once again come back with the plan to try to get Lobos. Because you get Lobos, then you good. Nobody can do anything. There's no one, well, hold on, but wait, there's more. So when Ghost gets back home, Angela, she's there laying down like, hello, papi. Hello, papi. Ven aquí, you know, come in this bed. And they're both laying down. She's like, he asks her like, is anything wrong? She lies and says no, and she asks him, and he lies. And I'm like, here we go again. They just omit so much from each other. Like, they do not have good communication. Because when he was at his job, well, when he went to Truth, he's sitting down at his desk, there's a bloody card, which is proof that somebody knows that he was the one who did it. So I'm assuming that that was probably Greg who left it there. Because, you know, like I said, Greg is bugging out right now. It could have been Greg, or maybe it was Mike. Because right now, Greg is what you call it, he's suspended. So I don't even know if he was able to see those pieces of evidence. So it could possibly be Mike. Or maybe, oh, no, I think I know who it was. All right, the next part that I'm about to tell you guys is gonna probably let you know. But anyways, so they both pretty much lied because they have so much on their brain, so much from their jobs, from their lifestyles on their brain, but they don't want to talk about it in fear that I guess the other one is gonna judge or it's gonna mess up the moment or whatever. So now the cops, they go back to the arson scene, and Ghost, he's left with he left Kanan barbecuing, as we all know. Yeah, literally barbecuing. And then they're like, yo, why would somebody break in order to just arson the place? Just do this. What in the hell? So then they look, they see somebody was like, they didn't break in, they actually broke out. And guess who that must have been? There was only one person that was locked in there, and that's Kanan. I'm like, what the hell? Are you the Terminator? Are you freaking invincible? What the heck? Are you the friendly Hulk? The friendly Hulk. No, the green Hulk. Who the hell are you? Like, what is going on? And now that I'm talking about this, I didn't even think about it when I was watching. That's probably Kanan that left it on his desk. Because remember, he left the cards. I'm pretty sure that he probably left the card there too as well, because that was like his new signature. Oh my gosh, guys, my battery's about to die. But let me know what you guys thought about this epic last episode. Cliffhangers galore. I'm looking forward to next season. Happy to get a little break for the freaking Saturdays. But thanks for watching again, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.